Hey, this is Matt Damrow, sports imaging producer for SiriusXM, as well as voiceover actor. We call this Creatives in Bars Having Coffee. Yeah, coffee.
For our next question, we want to ask our experts, what kind of additional responsibilities might an imaging director have in the next few years? Or what are the job skills, the skill set? What's going to be needed? What are they going to be looking for? These are the people who are doing the hiring, after all.
The skill set of those people is an important thing. And I think the staff need to realize that. These days you can't just write a parody, or you can't just be good at cutting one or two audio pieces. You need to be able to translate into video. You need to be able to write things for blogs. A lot of programmers have tried to do is take traditional radio producers and get them to become media producers. So, you give a guy a camera and all of a sudden he's making video. No, he's recording video. He's not making great video content. So I think there's a level of upskilling people to understand what really works. And I mean, you'll know the difference between a really nicely put together YouTube clip and something that's just been shot on a phone for the immediacy thereof. But in any content environment, the guys who are responsible for making content must understand that the platforms have changed and you need to deliver across the platform.
Beyond sound manipulation and the bells and whistles that come with the nuts and bolts of technology, I think the art of storytelling and writing will become much more important. The ability to set a scene or evoke a mood are going to be tantamount to success for imagers, and people that program radio stations are going to be looking for those qualities beyond just the ability to be a whiz of Pro Tools. Pay attention in English class, develop a vocabulary, learn how to get from point A to point B to point C, have a beginning and a middle and an end.
I think the one thing that we have to be thinking about, and the skill set that they really need, isn't necessarily so much technical as it is the creative aspect. The visualization of what you hear. And that's, some of the radio is sometimes really good stations. You can see them in your head if you close your eyes when you listen to them. Not so good stations just look like wallpaper or sound like wallpaper. So the Imagineering, that's something we have to try to exploit, because yes, I need somebody who can cut spots, and I know somebody who can edit audio and edit video, but how are they behind a camera? And do they have any ideas? Can't teach people ideas.
There was a time when it had to be somebody with a grease pencil and a razor and a good splicing block. And today, it's all about digital and technology that students are learning in film school can be used in imaging. My youngest daughter went to film school and now works on a radio show in Nashville, not for Cumulus. And she told me that the skills she learned in editing movies and film has come into play in doing imaging and production and putting together a radio show. So it's going to continue to evolve, and the lines are going to blur. Things that we use in movie production will work in radio production.
We've already changed the way that we contract our guys. We no longer hire on-air presenters. We hire content providers. And if you drive a desk or you make audio pieces, you're also a content provider. You're providing technical content, you're providing audio content. So it's already changed. Some of the staff aren't moving as quickly as they should. And we've seen some guys that are basically no longer employable because answering the phone is not good enough. Younger guys coming into the business are not coming into the radio business, they're coming into the media business, and they've grown up with technology. So if you've got a smartphone in the palm of your hand, you can create great video that translates into great audio, that translates into blog pieces, into YouTube clips, and into audio that you can use on the radio. And I think a lot of these people are more astute than some of the more traditional radio professionals, and they become very attractive because they're keen to work. They don't have such a financial expectation as some of the older guys, and they know what's going on, and that's key.